The video you are about to watch was filmed 2 months ago, and I found it on my phone, and now I am unleashing it upon the world. This is a very chatty, casual style video. This was not a prepared review video. I was planning this as part of like a weekly reading vlog, just talking about books that I read during that week. So that's where this comes from. So very chatty, casual. I hope you enjoy.
Welcome to the first reading update, weekly reading update I have done in a very long time. Moving on to Silver Under Nightfall, this is the whole reason I'm making this video, is because I want to talk about this book. And I don't remember what I heard about this book, what sold me on this book, what made me add it to my TBR. I actually put it on hold, and there was like a wait list on it. And I also had the audiobook for this, okay? And I put it on hold on Libby months ago for the audiobook. And then it came in, and I completely forgot why I wanted to read it. And then I started reading it. And it was not what I expected. But I don't know what I expected because I kind of forgot why I wanted to read it in the first place. What is Silver Under Nightfall? Silver Under Nightfall. We are following our character Remy. Now, I have since read the description, and I think in the description it sounds like we're going to follow 3 characters, like 3 POVs. No, we have 1 POV throughout the whole book. And I would have liked to have 3 POVs throughout the book, but that's beside the point. We are following Remy, who is a vampire hunter. He has literally made his living hunting and killing vampires. But in this world, the kingdom that Remy lives in is trying to make a peace agreement with the vampires. Now, there are like multiple human kingdoms and multiple vampire kingdoms, and they are specifically making peace with 1 human kingdom and 1 vampire kingdom. But this is a little bit of a problem because like Remy has killed people that are from the vampire kingdom that they're trying to make peace with, okay? He did not care about which kingdom they were from when he was vampire hunting. During the beginning of this book, a new problem has arisen. We now not only have vampires, but which live really long. We also have vampires die and come back as zombies, extremely violent, powerful zombies. So we now have humans, vampires, and zombie vampires. And guess what? The humans and the vampires both are trying to get rid of the zombie vampires. So, our main character, the vampire hunter, teams up with 2 vampires to go stop the zombie vampires. This is one of my favorite tropes, okay? This is one of my favorite tropes. Get 2 people who are on opposite sides of something, and then put like a bigger obstacle in their way, and they have to work together to overcome that obstacle. I love that trope, okay? And this was doing it. And I love that. Also, oh my gosh, the reveals in this book, because like by the time you get to the end and you realize like what's been going on this whole time, let's just say some people might be responsible for the zombie vampires. And those people might be people that Remy is involved with. Oh my gosh, this book was a ride, and it was fun, okay?
Editing Rebecca popping in to say, there is rumor this book started out as Castlevania fanfiction. And I have never watched Castlevania, but I am wondering if I should. Like, I was invested in these characters super early in the story. Like, sometimes it takes me a little bit to get into, like, to get settled in a fantasy world. But this one, like, I was settled and invested in these characters' journeys very early in the story. And that might just be because of the writing. It might have nothing to do with its, rumored source material. But it does make me wonder if I would like the rumored source material as well.
So, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving pieces. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I do wonder if this book would also kind of be considered a romantasy, because we do spend a significant chunk of the book, particularly in the middle section, with our vampire hunter and the two vampires he is now forced to work with falling in love with each other. Which, of course, is where that trope often ends up going. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that. This book was a ride. This book was a wild ride. I will say, I could have probably done with the romance dialed back a bit, because the romance, we spend a significant amount of time on the romance. It's a little bit weird because I was thinking about this book. It is an open door style romance book, but I don't think it gets like super explicit. Or super descriptive, I guess is what I should say. And I was kind of thinking about it because I was like, I don't feel like, despite it being open door, I don't feel like it describes the scenes very much at all. I feel like it lets a lot up to the imagination. And in some ways, like, I read Fourth Wing this year. Fourth Wing is more descriptive during its open door scene than Silver Under Nightfall is. However, I do feel like Silver Under Nightfall has a lot, and I mean a lot, of flirting, of innuendo, of sexual tension, and that makes it almost feel like Silver Under Nightfall is hornier than Fourth Wing. Because Fourth Wing, I feel like it's confined-ish to a couple scenes. No, I mean, she kind of loves him immediately as soon as she sees whatever the guy's name is. She's like, wow, he's so hot. I don't know, maybe I just like the romance in this better than I like the romance on Fourth Wing, and that's why I say that. This is where I get stuck sometimes, because I'm like, is it because it worked for me better? Or is it because it's actually like more of something? But then I'm going, like, objectively, I feel like there was less descriptions, but there was a lot of time spent on the romance. I don't know. And yes, whenever I do say, like, Remy meets up with the two vampires, they all fall in love with each other, but it's not a love triangle. It's a polyamorous relationship. This book was a ride. I had a good time. I will be reading the sequel. I think that's all I got for you this week. Thank you for coming along to that journey that I've been on. Chat with me in the comments about your reading week, and I will see you in the next video.